What's going on, guys? Simon here, and magically I have a Honda NSX. I managed to actually pull one out of auctions. It costed quite a bit, but we managed to get one, and I wish I got it on recording, but I absolutely freaked out. Like, I'm talking screaming to the top of my lungs level because of how excited I was. So, of course, the Acura NSX. This is one of my favorite old gen cars right here. So seeing this in the game is honestly a special treat in my opinion. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the fitment for it, and we're gonna actually tune the 4.0 that's inside of this thing and see if the 4.0 is honestly worth it. If not, I think I'm gonna switch to a 3.8 because technically, if you do actually look into it, the engine that was inside of an NSX was an actual V6. So let's go ahead and get to kitting this car out, shall we? So this is like my first time actually driving it. I let one of my friends drive it the second I got it, so they managed to put 1 mile on it, but that's okay. So first initial thoughts about it. I love it. It looks amazing. We even have floppy headlights. Let's see, what transmission does it come with? 7-speed. Okay, is it the DCT is the question. We're about to find out. Let's go ahead and go and get the fitment on this thing. All right, let's go ahead and raise her up on the lift and let's get the fitment. All right, so thanks to Vito, it looks like the fitment is actually these rares right here. So we're gonna end up actually using these, and we're going to use them in place to go get some drag slicks for this car. Now the rears are should be a little bit wider, but for right now I think we'll run these and then we'll come back to them. Honestly, I kind of want to paint this car. Honestly, let's do that. All right, so I managed to actually yoink the original Monte Carlo blue for the original Acura NSX, and honestly, I love it. This looks beautiful. All right, and let's go get us some drag slicks. Obviously, we'll do the max speed for you. Can we beat the bus? No, we don't beat the bus. Ah, that sucks. Typical me not knowing how to drive. So I can't even get to the max speed. So let's tune this thing up a bit, shall we? Yeah, let's definitely tune this thing up. I want to see if we can reach a max speed. All right, let's get to tuning. Just real quick, I want to see exactly what drivetrain we're dealing with. Is it a rear wheel drive, front wheel, or all wheel? Alright, so we are dealing with rear-wheel drive, and stock from the auctions, we're dealing with 449 horsepower with 295 torque. Dude, this thing is amazing. I absolutely love these cars. Alright, let's go ahead and do a max speed test on the stock tune. And we hit about 150 before we started spinning out. All right, let's head back and let's tune this thing. All right, let's get to tuning. This is a custom tune by Alonso. They claim that this tune right here makes about 1190-ish something horsepower. So we're going to test this out. Obviously, in order to fully test it out, we have to go put the twin turbo setup on it because right now we are just, well, we're stock. We're turboless. So let's head on back to the other city, shall we? Oh, and I guess before we forget, let's go ahead and buy some slicks. And for the fronts, I think we're actually going to do some sport tires, just so we have that extra traction when it comes to driving for the front wheels. Also, let me know if y'all want to see a video on these tires. I'll be down to do one explaining every single one. I think we only have 5 tire types when we used to only have 1. So I'll definitely be glad to make a video on that. All right, and let's head to the new city. All right, let's go ahead and buy the twin turbo setup. And while we're here, I do want to see what transmission we have. Is that a 7 DCT? It is, I believe so. Hold on. It is. Nice. We have a 7DCT from the auctions. That's amazing. All right, let's go ahead and buy our twin turbos. Go ahead and take the old intake out and put the new one in. Beautiful. Oh my. And we can get rid of this hunk of junk right here. Now that we have this twin turbo, let's go and put the slick tire and sport tires on. All right, let's go ahead and lift this back up. And personally, I think I'm feeling these. So let's go ahead and use these tires right here. All right, now that we got the tires, put those in our inventory and come back to our car. We'll go ahead and do the slicks. Take these off and put these ones on. Then we'll take out the sports and we'll do these. Take these ones off and put the new ones on. All right, let's lower it down. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. All right, and we should now have enough area to we should now have enough traction to keep steady. All right, and let's head back to the other city so we can do a proper max speed test. And then we're gonna hit up the drag strip and see if we can get some times on this. Oh yeah, this is a lot faster. And we're not losing traction either now. This thing flies, holy. And we're stuck, okay. All right, now that we're finally here, let's go ahead and do the proper limit test. $245. All right, nice. Dude, this thing is quick. I'm not even gonna lie. All right, let's go ahead and head back to the drag strip and let's see what times we can get with this thing. All right, here we go. Dude, 511. All right, nice. Let's see if we can get faster. 513. All right, dude, I really want to see if we can get a sub 4. 4.9, nice. That's exactly what I was looking for. Honestly, I'm happy with this car. I'm really happy that it's not insanely busted, but at the same time, I'm glad that it's still a sub 4 to 5 car. I believe if it's done right, it can go faster. At some point, I will try a 3.8 V6 inside of this thing and let you guys know exactly how good it is, if it's faster. And if y'all want, I'll actually try and put some slicks onto the front to see if it'll help anything. But I wanted to put the sports on there to help with traction because as you saw, when the stock tune and stock build was on there, we kept losing traction after we got to 100 miles per hour. But other than that, I'm really happy that the NSX is in the game and I couldn't have asked for more. I basically have 3 out of the 5 cars that I've wanted in this game, and that being the Integra, the NSX, and now the R35. Anyways, I am going to now go and do adult and lively things. So yeah, ciao.